Hello dear learners, I welcome you all to the discussion on MCQs from pharmaceutical chemistry from the chapter Anti-Cancer Drugs. In part 1, we have seen few of the MCQs from anti-cancer drugs, which is also known as cytotoxic drug or antineoplastic drugs. So to start with question from part 2, first question is, from antimetabolites, purine antagonist is. Now for this question, we will have to go to the classification of anti-cancer drugs. As per the classification, the first class amongst the anti-cancer drug is alkylating agent, then antimetabolites, antibiotics, radioactive isotopes, plant products, hormones and miscellaneous. So from antimetabolites, according to the subclassification, there are purine antagonist, pyrimidine antagonist and folic acid antagonist. So which of these amongst the given is from first class, that is purine antagonist? So whether it is methotrexate, whether it is azathioprine, whether it is cyclophosphamide or it is 6-mercaptopurine. The correct answer is it is 6-mercaptopurine. Now how you will remember this? The examples of purine antagonist are 6-mercaptopurine and 6-thioguanil. Now purine, if you will see, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Purine is of 6 alphabets. So purine antagonist will contain 6 in front of their name, like 6-mercaptopurine and 6-thioguanil. So wherever you will find 6-mercaptopurine, 6-thioguanil, they are purine antagonist. Next question is, from antimetabolites, pyrimidine antagonist is dash. Now don't count the pyrimidine alphabet because it is not like that. It is just purine antagonist. So the options are whether it is methotrexate, whether it is 5-fluorouracil, whether it is cyclophosphamide or 6-mercaptopurine. The correct answer is it is 5-fluorouracil because 6 यहाँ पे है, so it is not at all pyrimidine. It is confirmed. Then cyclophosphamide, we very well know it is from nitrogen mustard class, from the alkylating agent. Methotrexate is a folic acid antagonist. So 5-fluorouracil is the correct answer, which is a pyrimidine antagonist. Along with 5-fluorouracil, azathioprine is also an important drug which belongs to pyrimidine antagonist. Next question is, amongst the given is folic acid antagonist. So just now we discussed folic acid antagonist is from antimetabolite class, and the example whether it is methotrexate, 5-fluorouracil, cyclophosphamide or 6-mercaptopurine, the correct answer is it is methotrexate. It is a folic acid antagonist. Folic acid antagonist is in which we have seen it in sulfonamides also. Since it is folic acid antagonist, it is working by metabolic pathway inhibition. In this, PABA is converted into DHFA and DHFA is converted into THFA with the help of enzyme dihydrofolate reductase. So it blocks the conversion of DHFA to THFA by inhibiting the enzyme DHFR. So it is inhibition of metabolic pathway, which is folic acid synthesis pathway. So folic acid antagonist is methotrexate. Next question is, dash are natural plant products having anti-cancerous property. Whether it is vincristine, whether it is vinblastine, whether both of them or none of them. The correct answer is it is both of them, vincristine and vinblastine, which are nothing but vinca alkaloids and obtained from periwinkle flowers, which we all very well know famously, this periwinkle flowers, which is commonly known as Catharanthus roseus. Means Catharanthus roseus is commonly known as periwinkle flower. So it is vincristine and vinblastine are the natural plant products which have the anti-cancerous properties. Next question is, hormone used in cancer treatment are hormones. Which of these hormones? So according to the classification, if you will see the classification, there are various hormone also which are used in the treatment of cancer. So according to the classification of hormones, there are various hormones like glucocorticoids, in that prednisolone is there. Then anti-estrogens, anti-androgens are there. Anti-androgens are like bicalutamide and flutamide. Then anti-estrogens like tamoxifen, doloxifene, etc. So these various hormones, all these hormones are used in the cancer treatment. So the correct answer is, it is all of them. Next question is, alkylating agents work by, first, whether they work by interfering in DNA replication and inhibiting its synthesis, whether by interfering with the cell wall synthesis, whether by inhibiting the metabolic pathway, or none of them. The correct answer is, it is interfering in DNA replication and inhibiting its synthesis. Like this, alkylating agents work by adding the alkyl group. So they are called as alkylating agent. Where they will add this alkyl group? They will add this to the guanidine base, the guanine base of DNA. As we all know, there are base pairs, bases. So there is by the addition of alkyl group, there will be no cross linking, and because of no linkage, there will be breaks in DNA, and because of which cell will not be able to multiply. Which cells? Cancerous cells will not be able to multiply. So this way they inhibit the DNA synthesis. So alkylating agents work by inhibition of DNA synthesis, whereas this methotrexate, that is folic acid antagonist, works by inhibition of metabolic pathway, folic acid synthesis metabolic pathway. Next question is, see the same question, folic acid antagonist work by dash, whether they work by interfering in DNA replication and inhibiting its synthesis, whether they work by interfering with cell wall synthesis, whether they work by inhibiting the metabolic pathway, or none of them. The correct answer is, it is inhibiting the metabolic pathway. As we discussed earlier, it inhibits the enzyme DHFR, dihydrofolate reductase, which is responsible for conversion of DHFA to THFA. So folic acid antagonist, that is methotrexate, work by this mechanism, metabolic pathway inhibition. Next question is, dash anticancer can be used in treatment of choriocarcinoma. Which anticancer is used in treatment of choriocarcinoma? Whether it is methotrexate, whether it is actinomycin D, whether it is doxorubicin, or all of them. The correct answer is, it is all of them. All these antibiotics like actinomycin D, doxorubicin, along with the folic acid synthesis inhibitor, that is methotrexate, folic acid antagonist. So this, all these three work by work for choriocarcinoma. Choriocarcinoma, as the word suggests, again it is a type of cancer only which generally affects the pregnant woman, which is also known as GTD, gestational trophoblast disease. It is a cancer which originates from uterus and it spreads to other parts of the body also. So in treatment of choriocarcinoma, all these drugs are used. Next question is, dash anticancer can be used in treatment of Hodgkin's disease. Now, as we all know, Hodgkin's disease, in initial part 1 we have discussed what is Hodgkin's disease. It is also known as Hodgkin's lymphoma, which originates in lymphatic system. It is generally WBC cancer, means it will target WBCs, that is lymphocytes, specifically lymphocytes, and it's a blood cancer which starts in lymphatic system. So Hodgkin's disease के treatment में which of these anticancers can be used? Whether it is methotrexate, actinomycin D, doxorubicin, or all of them. The correct answer is, it is doxorubicin. Doxorubicin is the antibiotic which is used in treatment of Hodgkin's disease also, which is having the anti-cancer properties. Next question is, actinomycin D, again it's an antibiotic which can be used in following condition. Which are the conditions in which actinomycin D can be used? Whether it is treatment of Ewig's tumor, whether it is treatment of Wilms tumor, whether it is treatment of sarcoma and choriocarcinoma, or all of them. The correct answer is it is all of them. Actinomycin D is used in treatment of Ewig's tumor also. Ewig's tumor is nothing but the cancer of bone cells as well as soft tissues around the bones, that is cartilage or nerves, etc., which usually occurs at the age of 10 to 20 years. It is also used in treatment of Wilms tumor also. Wilms tumor, which is also known as nephroblastoma, because it's a kidney cancer, Wilms tumor, which generally occurs in the children. Primarily it is in children's case. Again, treatment of sarcoma. Sarcoma is nothing but cancer of connective tissue and soft tissue, and choriocarcinoma, which we have discussed in detail just now. So choriocarcinoma, which originates in uterus. Wilms tumor, which is also known as nephroblastoma, that is it is kidney cancer. Then Ewig's tumor is nothing but it is bone cells and soft tissue cancers. So all these type of cancers, actinomycin D can be used. Next question is, dash is used in treatment of polycythemia vera. Whether it is 6-mercaptopurine, whether it is chlorambucil, whether it is both of them or none of them. The correct answer is it is both of them. Polycythemia vera, it is the condition which is nothing but blood cancer wherein bone marrow will make too many RBCs and it will thicken the blood, and this thickened blood will give rise to many problems and serious conditions will arise. So in treatment of these condition, this 6-mercaptopurine and chlorambucil both are used for polycythemia vera. Next question is, dash anticancer is used in treatment of ectopic pregnancy. Now ectopic pregnancy, as you all know, it is a false pregnancy which is extrauterine pregnancy. So in treatment of ectopic pregnancy, which of these anticancer can be used? Whether it is methotrexate, 5-fluorouracil, it is fluoro, not T, it is R, 5-fluorouracil, cyclophosphamide, or 6-mercaptopurine. The correct answer is it is methotrexate, which is used in treatment of ectopic pregnancy, and it can also be used to terminate the pregnancy in complications. Next question is, dash is an immunosuppressant drug which is used in organ transplantation. Which of these is an immunosuppressant drug which is used in organ transplantation? Whether it is methotrexate, actinomycin D, doxorubicin, or azathioprine. The correct answer is it is azathioprine, which is an immune suppressive drug used in organ transplantation. Means generally after kidney transplant it is used, which prevents the body from rejecting the transplanted organ, and it is used with other drugs for the after the kidney transplant, azathioprine. With this we finish with few of the MCQs from part 2 of anti-cancer drugs. Thank you.